Never mind, guys. Welcome to the stream. Today, we're going to be talking about the allegations surrounding the Ace family, specifically Austin. And we also have some other things that have kind of happened and transpired that we're going to be discussing today as well. I hope you guys are excited for a bit of a deep dive on this discussion. We're going to be watching a couple of videos. We get to talk about these videos as well. And of course, I'm going to give you my conclusion as well, which I think will be really cool. I'm expecting this stream to probably last an hour, maybe an hour and a half today. But I really want to jump straight in. So, bada boom, bada bing. Here we guys go. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the stream, the show that we're doing. Yeah, thank you very much for joining. Unfortunately, I haven't been on for a little while. I don't really stream usually on the weekends. It's kind of my time to relax. And unfortunately, I didn't stream on Monday either, which was a bit of a shame for all of you on YouTube. But we are now here today. I'm very excited about covering this. You know, I feel like when it comes to like doing YouTube, I want to do like streams on here that I feel like are going to be really, really interesting. I don't just want to come on and wing it. You know what I mean? I want to do more than that as a YouTuber, and I want to provide you guys something that's genuinely interesting, something that you guys are going to actually enjoy. But yeah, needless to say, guys, I really want to jump into things early. So, guys, if you are watching, feel free to put a hello in the chat. And let's see who we've got here for the start of the show, just so we kind of know moving forward. The first video that we're going to be watching today is a video which was made by a man in particular. I don't know. Does he refer? I mean, do they refer to themselves as a man? Cole Carrigan, I believe so. Cole Carrigan put out a video recently, kind of incriminating Austin of the Ace family with some very, very serious allegations of. I don't want to really say the word, but it starts with an R and ends with a ape. So, yeah, it's definitely not something I wanted to say together, but we are going to be discussing these allegations a bit today. We're going to be watching a couple of videos about this, and we're going to be hopefully coming to more of a conclusion about it. So, yeah, let's, but actually, no, before we start, I think it's important that we state that the Ace family are no strangers to controversy. This is not the first time that Austin has got himself in hot water. And I could go through all of the various times where Austin has said something inappropriate or has done something that was foolish. But one of the main things that I can think of off the top of my head was the time where he gave his daughter a dick lollipop and legitimately live streamed it for everybody to watch. I remember actually speaking about that when it happened. I did not discuss it, unfortunately, on YouTube, but I will tell you guys that I had a very, very strong opinion about that kind of thing. You know, giving a child a lollipop that's in the shape of a cock. It's very, very inappropriate, to say the least. But anyway, I see everybody's putting in hi. Do you like Marilyn Manson? Of course. I mean, I loved him in Sons of Anarchy. I thought he was great. You know? Good stuff. Celebrities for years have opposed to working in restaurants. Even Oprah? Wait, what? Wait, what? I'm so confused. I'm so confused by that comment. But no, honestly, it's not just Austin that we're going to be speaking about today, but also Cole, because some things have actually come out about Cole since he posted the video. Keemstar has had a lot to say about him, and I'm actually very excited to talk about that too. I actually had no idea who Cole was before this, and I think that speaks further about why he would do something like this in the first place. He's somebody who's not really known, somebody who people don't really really think about, and I guess he's trying to put himself on the map, and this is, at least that's my insight on it. Austin and Catherine just did a video working in a restaurant and mocked people who actually work. Oh shit, that was them? That was them? That was them who did that? I saw like a couple of memes on Twitter about it. I didn't realise it was about them. Really? Ha! Wow, wow. And I remember reading some of the comments on these pictures, and people seemed very, very happy that people were, you know, kind of taking the piss out of their lives, you know, what they actually do on a day-to-day. I'm aware that the Ace family are very, very wealthy, and they've made a lot of money off of YouTube in the last number of years that they've been active, which further goes to show that they don't really understand what it's like to have to work as a busboy or as a waiter or waitress. Or server, as it's called now. My apologies. For some reason, I still use waiter and waitress. I don't know why. They're the same people that put a jet ski in their swimming pool and ruin their neighbour's yard. Sounds like really typical. That's the kind of thing I would expect Justin Bieber to do. You know, not a family that have got kids, but you know what? Whatever, right? Tomato, tomato. So yeah, anyway, let's just jump straight into this. So it's been kind of circulating, it's been hinted more recently that Austin has been getting up to no good. Austin of the Ace family, the father, the man of the family, he's been getting up to no good. And I mean, I think there have been various allegations and statements about him that have been probably posted since the dawn of their career. He seems to be quite a worrisome fellow, you know, the things that he's doing and saying. But I really feel like this video is going to speak for itself, and that video is going to be the one from Cole Carrigan. So that would be this, everybody. So yeah, we are going to watch it. I'm going to pause it and provide commentary as we progress through this video. I want to say this right now, from what I've heard about what's happened with Cole Carrigan, I'm very, very surprised he's left this video up. Which says really two things. Either that he's making enough money off it that it makes sense to keep it up, like he's making some big mad dollar, you know what I mean? Or he just doesn't give a fuck. Like or maybe both, right? Maybe both. Those really seem like the main. I'm surprised. Let's put it that way. If I put up a video like this and people were being so critical of my video and saying that I was like fake and all this shit, which wouldn't happen because I'm lovely, everyone. But let's say it did happen, I'd probably be quick to delete the video. So I don't know, but tomato, right? Let's watch.
YouTube channel. I know I haven't uploaded a video in a few weeks now. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I'm doing a Halloween series where I'm posting 31 makeup looks this month, so it is definitely occupied.
No one cares.
This type of video is something that I immediately needed to sit down and film as soon as I came to the conclusion that it was necessary and it needed to be done. So I know a lot of you guys are probably thinking, what does Cole Carrigan have to do with the Ace family? Why is he inserting himself in something that has nothing to do with him?
That is a great question. That is exactly what I was thinking. It's become
a drama channel at this point. Whenever it involves people that I love, I don't care who you are. I will speak what I want to speak, and if I have facts to speak, it will be said. Point blank, period. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're the Ace family. Before I get into the specific incident that happened with my friends, I'm just gonna do a little backtrack rerun really quick. Obviously, living in LA and being in the scene, you see a lot of things behind closed doors that you don't see on camera. It was kind of weird that Catherine wasn't at Austin's birthday party. I thought it was weird that I saw him out at clubs multiple times without Catherine. That's none of my business, whatever. Not that big of a deal. So a few months ago, June 22nd to be exact, I was still living in the Team 10 house and I got a call from one of my...
Like, question guys, how do you... He makes an interesting, like, kind of statement that he thought it was weird that that Austin went out without his wife clubbing. How do you guys feel about that? There's a lot of women in the house, a couple of men as well. How do you guys feel about that? Are you comfortable with your partner going clubbing, or do you think that there's an issue with that? It's okay. It's okay to have your opinion, Hannah. You don't have to be. I need to be there, right? No issue. Okay. My apologies, guys. I should really get a mug. Nothing wrong with that. My hubby goes out regularly without me. No, not clubs, but pubs. I mean, there is a difference between a club and a pub, but nope, he can't go. Ha! That's great. I think if you're a woman who's comfortable with your partner going out to a club, then you must have a lot of confidence in the relationship. You must trust that person a lot. But in my perspective, when it comes to clubs, I think clubs are a breeding ground for sexual activity, and I think that it's not necessarily the best place. But if someone's gonna cheat, they're gonna cheat. I guess that's the way you gotta look at it, right? He's more of a pub kind of guy, right? I think a lot of men probably are, but I'm okay with guys' night, but clubbing is different to me. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Shelley. Like, it's more. Yeah, a lot of people go to the clubs to get to have a one night stand or something like that. So I don't know. That's just my perspective, at least. I feel definitely there are relevant things on both sides. But let's proceed anyway.
My good friends. She was hysterically crying. I've never heard anyone feel so distraught in my life. I was so scared, and she began to explain to me that she was in Miami with Austin McBroom and a bunch of other people, including his assistant, his dad, security guards, other girls. XYZ happened. I'll get into that. So when I saw this tweet going around of Austin and Catherine working in a restaurant or whatever, I saw a lot of people's reactions and how upset people were because they thought that they were some perfect, happy family. I thought this whole time that everybody knew that it was bullshit and a lie. That's why I kind of just stayed in my own lane and kept quiet about this whole situation. But once I saw people coming forward after my tweet and DMing me about their personal experience with Austin, I knew that this probably has happened more than once. And if no one comes forward about it, it will happen again. So obviously my tweet got a lot of attention, and someone from with Austin.
Why would you tell someone I block my number? Don't say shit to anyone else and block my number. What the fuck, man? That baby probably isn't mine anyway. Please, can we just talk? Call me when you're ready to. Leave me alone, please. Oh my god. Oh my god. Guys, I need to move myself out of the way. I'm a big fucking. I'll move myself over here. Guys, read this shit. Fake tweets. Anyone can do this? You think so? You think it's fake? How many of you? All right. So, how many of you think that's fake? How many of you think that's fake, and how many of you don't think it's fake? I watched the whole video. I haven't yet. Cole, trust level 1 out of 10, but I believe something happened. Okay. Nice to see you here, Master Chief. How you doing? He just said his tweet got a lot of attention. He loves the attention. Afi, you got a valid point there. You do. Yes, Shauna, if you keep spoiling things for later, then I don't have anything to talk about. Yes, I know. I know, Shauna, stop. All right.
I knew that this probably has happened more than once, and if no one comes forward about it, it will happen.
Stop doing this to me, Cole. I don't want to have to keep moving around. So yeah, he's got loads of different profiles showing references. I don't know. Yeah, it could be fake. It could be fake, right? It might not be.
Again. So obviously my tweet
got
a lot of attention, and someone from Austin McBroom's team actually texted my friend that this happened to. I'll put the screenshot right here. Basically,
I think it's in your best interest if you told Cole, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can believe this shit. I don't know if I can buy it, but let's read it anyway. If he proceeds, you both are looking at some serious consequences. I'm actually a friend of yours, just trying to help you. Be smart, girl. Wait, what? Who is this? You're already involved. Just because he didn't mention your name doesn't matter. You gave him the information that he knows, whether it's true or false. Yikes. I love it when somebody you don't know is like, hey, I'm your friend. You should trust me. I'm looking out for you, girl. Like, how would any of you feel like, oh, that is not the way to encourage somebody to, like, believe in you as a person. We're friends, but you don't know me, and you're a girl. You're just a girl. If you know what's right, if you know what's good for you, you'll stop, right? Watch out.
Saying that we should be careful and shouldn't go any farther than what we're already doing to avoid legal action. And I proceeded to tell her, they're just trying to scare you. I just went through this exact same thing, so I'm not scared. I also didn't sign an NDA, and I also don't
Lots of eye blinking. That means lies. Guys, we got a psychologist in the house.
tolerate the shit that has happened to my friend. So with that being said, I told her to ignore that message because what needs to be said is going to be said regardless, and if I need to say it, I'll do it because I didn't sign an NDA. Come arrest me. So after that tweet, Keemstar, aka Drama Alert, reached out to me through DM saying to give him a call whenever I could. So I called him and he basically asked me what was going on, what happened, why I tweeted that, and the story behind it. I basically gave him a small rundown of what happened, and he proceeded to ask me if he could reach out to my friend that it happened to and get her to speak so he could put a video together. He was asking me all sorts of questions, so I knew that he was already recording me to probably add to his video. So after we hung up, I talked to her and I just told her really how much she would be helping other girls, and not only herself and getting justice for herself, but helping other people in the future from this happening. I kind of convinced her to talk to him. Whenever I did, he kind of went ghost, and at this point I just thought that maybe he had gotten everything that he needed, so in the morning everything would be cleared and the truth would be out and we wouldn't have to deal with this anymore. So we kind of just stayed low because we saw a bunch of tweets about people already knowing that he was uploading a video the next day about the situation, so we kind of were just like not worried, and we were just gonna kind of let it unfold that way so we didn't have to insert ourselves where it wasn't needed. The next day came and he didn't tweet anything, he didn't upload anything, so I texted him saying, how much did they pay you to keep quiet? And he responded with this, and I was completely shocked. I immediately called my friend and told her that he was paid off $500,000 to keep
$500,000. That is what Keemstar said. I will tell you in advance, guys, because I know one of you's gonna fucking tell me. Like, Keemstar's actually did a video a little bit later stating that he was being sarcastic, that he was joking to Cole about being paid off. That was not the case.
Keep quiet about the situation, and that I needed to come forward. Obviously, she was really hesitant about this because that would lead to more information about her being put out there. If she didn't want to do this, she didn't have to, and I wanted to make her feel as comfortable as possible, but she agreed that the truth needed to come out, and if this happened before, Austin will do it again. Side note, the reason why I am filming this for my friends is because just like every other girl that this has happened to, they're afraid to come forward, and I would be too if I was a victim in this type of situation. It can be really scary.
Alright, so we're going to pause it right here, guys. And I want to make you guys very aware of how many viewers he's actually got from this video. So far, this video's been out for a day, less than a day, and it has 4 million views. 4 million. Like, I know some of you guys would probably want to think, oh, he's doing it to help his friend. No, I think they could. I think you could definitely see there are some ulterior motives at work here.
Dealing with somebody with such.
I'm pretty sure this is his most popular video to date. I'd be surprised if he has anything above that.
Power And I think that's the main reason why a lot of people haven't come forward, because they're afraid of not being heard or getting shut down or even getting a lawsuit in the mail, because that's the type of person that Austin is. And if you signed an illegal NDA, that's definitely something that he would pursue in. But from my personal experience with Team 10 and NDAs and contracts and getting sued, when it comes to a crime like rape, NDAs don't fucking matter. But I'm respecting my friend's wishes because she is too ashamed and embarrassed that she doesn't want to show her face and admit that on camera to millions of people to see. And that's why I'm here to do that for her, because there is no way that I can move on knowing that this shit is happening behind closed doors.
What I would have respected, I believe, Cole, is if you helped this friend and encouraged her to file a police report, go to the police station, and then you subsequently, if you were given permission by the girl or the girls, then make the video. Because it just seems like, oh, I'm going to skip over something that needs to happen. Like, I really care about these girls, but I don't care about actually getting him off the streets. It really pokes holes in the allegations against Austin. Like, if you're too afraid to actually go to the police about it, then that means that you're like kind of lacking yourself. You're not really believing that you have anything to work with. And I'm not necessarily saying that this didn't happen. I'm just saying that's what it looks like, or that what he's kind of gained from these women is nothing that constitutes the extent of what he's been saying on this video. You know, and I think that's it's important that I state that. Not sure about that one. Well, it's my opinion. But yeah, anyway, it's not his story to tell. Yeah, I definitely agree with that as well. I don't think it's his story to tell at all. He heard the sarcasm that Keem said about getting 500k hush money, and he wants... Yeah, exactly. Austin has been accused of doing a lot of other things than this. Yes, I did state that at the start of my broadcast, Kristen. Yeah, he has, and I'm aware of quite a few of these things. But just because you have been accused of some things, or you've been found guilty of doing some things, doesn't mean that we should immediately assume that somebody is guilty. You know, I think everyone is innocent until proven otherwise. I think that's the fairest way of really doing things in that regard.
With a father of two, it's just, it blows my mind. With that being said, I'm just not going to hold back at all. My friend sent me every screenshot and receipt that I need. It's in your hands to decide what you want to do with that. One of my friends was texting back and forth with Austin about their trip to Miami and what girls that she should bring with her for him. I'm going to put up the screenshots right here of her sending pictures of the girl to Austin and him replying with that. Here's another one. Here is another one. So after the girls were approved, I guess, after he's
very quick on like putting it up on a screen and putting it down. Like, I guess you don't need to keep it up because a lot of people would probably pause it then and like read them. But I don't know, man. All I'm gonna say is I'm assuming a lot of these girls know who Austin is, and I'm not really taking away from what's happened to them. If anything, obviously did happen. But this is a side note, so this is completely unrelated. I don't really feel like these girls should be messing around with a married man. Just evidently. That's just my... Yeah, I think we can all probably agree with that. I'm not a big fan of that shit really at all. But I think there are some kind of allegations that have been put out that... Well, it's not even an allegation. There's some speculation out there that they are in like an open relationship. Because there are, I don't know. That's at least what I'm getting. Like, apparently there are pictures of Catherine sucking dick going around the internet. And I don't know if that's from her escort days or if that's, like, more recent. But you know what I mean? Like, if they are in an open relationship, then, you know, it kind of makes more sense, right? Hannah Oop, right? Catherine was or still is a cool girl. I mean, if she isn't one anymore, I don't think you can really hold that against her. Like, I support people who are in the sex industry. It's not an easy industry to be in, but you know, yeah, I don't feel like degrading women who do that, or men. in that regard. The way you move, that's cool, right? To be fair, a lot of women are afraid to go to the police under normal sexual assault situations. Add a celebrity to the situation, and it can be even more frightening. I agree with that because they'll probably. I mean, you look at what a lot of celebrities who get in trouble with the law, they get off a lot easier on sentencing. A lot of them don't even get sentenced to prison. They will get like suspended sentences or fines or probation. And it's just, you know what I mean? It's not fair. It's really not fair to you would assume because they're celebrities that it would be more so, like the punishment would be more so because they have role models, people who believe in them, and they have a wider range of engagement, right? So I don't know, it's weird, but I guess it's the whole like you can pay off the courts, right? I don't know. I think your donos are down, are they? Honestly, I haven't really been able to figure that shit out. I've been having real issues sorting out my donations for my streams. Not that it really matters, but you know, it'd be nice to get it fixed for the future, I suppose. Some women don't care if a man is married; they like it, see it as a challenge, and I really don't like that. I think it's really disrespectful. And it's not just women; obviously, it's men too. Some men see like a woman who's in a relationship, and they think, oh, you know, it's a challenge, right? I don't know. I think that's really pathetic. I think men and women who do that are some of the worst of the worst, but that's just my perspective. That doesn't take away from any of the victims that are involved in this, because if what is being put out there is true, I really hope justice is served. Is fair to say.
Swiped right and left like this is Tinder. Here is the next message of them talking about the address and if she had packed, yada yada yada, talking about the private jet. So now I'm gonna also insert a screenshot between my friend and Austin's assistant of her saying that they are here and a link for the yacht that they were on. And then here's also a screenshot of the link that was sent so you guys know it was for a yacht. Okay, so now fast forward 2 days later, June 22nd, when they are on the yacht, whenever everybody's drinking, having a good time. I'm also gonna insert a picture right here of Austin and his dad together at Live the night before this happened, so you guys have proof that the dad was there on the trip. After they all had been drinking, my two friends went back to their room to go change because the sun was setting, and that's when Austin, the security guard, the father, and two other guys came into their room. Obviously, I don't have recordings of went down in the room, but my friend told me that she repeatedly said no multiple times, over and over and over, to the point where she started crying, begging them to stop. That's when they forced themselves in her, and I will insert the photos of the blood all over the bed sheets in the hotel room right here on the exact same date, June 22nd. Now, after this had happened to them, obviously they're fucking traumatized, so they hide out in their room for hours. This screenshot is gonna be one of...
Yeah, I mean, Alfie, you could be right. I don't really want to say in regards to that. It could be anything, really, right? But I don't know. You know.
Austin McBroom's friends texting them 3 times within a 3-hour period on June 22nd, right after they raped her, saying, "What up?" Then they didn't reply because they're obviously traumatized. And then 2 more texts saying, "Did you die? Are you dead?" I'm also gonna insert this screenshot right here of my friend texting her ex-boyfriend that lived in Miami, saying that they were in a bad situation and needed help because her friend got raped. Her friend being the other girl that they were with, aka...
By the way, I was smirking at one of the comments.
My friend. So obviously, since I wasn't there and I know how you guys can be on the internet with every little detail, I'm literally just gonna call my friend because, like I said, she did not want to be seen or come forward in anything. So I'm literally gonna call her right now so she can give you guys in more depth and detail of what happened that day.
So on June 22nd, we woke up and...
Well, that's a deep voice. No, I'm kidding. I know it's a voice modulator.
Started getting ready to go and jet skis that day. We went on the jet skis for a little, and then we ended up going on the boat and drinking a lot. So after the boat, we docked up back at the rental house that we were all staying at, and then everyone went in their rooms to shower and change. So that's what me and my friend did. We went into our room, and mind you, me and my friend are pretty drunk, not to the point where we can't remember anything, but so we start taking our bathing suits off, and we turn the shower on, and we're both naked, and all of a sudden I hear the door open, and it's Austin McBroom, and he's just like, oh hey, like, what are you guys doing? You know, like, just being really flirty, and then he like comes and starts like rubbing on my arm, and then just talking to us, and then before I know it, one of his like basketball player friends comes in the room too, and is like trying to do the same thing, touching us. As we're naked, we're literally naked, and you know, we're not like pushing them off because we're so drunk, we're really not even capable of like pushing them off of us. But the next thing I remember is unfortunately being on the bed, and his NBA player friend was having sex with me. I don't ever remember giving him consent to. The next thing I remember is looking up, and Austin's dad, Alan, is there, and I am seeing him unbuckle his pants, pull down his pants, and pull out his penis in front of my face, basically wanting me to suck his penis. I remember that I did not, because Austin's security guard ended up walking in after the dad walked in, and at that point I remember just getting up from the bed and walking into the bathroom to see what was up to, and all of a sudden I hear her yelling no and screaming and crying, and all of the guys start rushing out of the room because my friend is literally hysterical crying, sobbing, and she's just sitting in the shower. And then after that, we just got in bed and we were just crying for the rest of the night. We didn't come out of our room for hours. We were disgusted, ashamed. Like, we were in the dark the rest of the night. We couldn't even get up. So when I finally got up to turn on the lights, I realized that there was blood all over the bed, and neither of us had our periods, so we knew it wasn't from that. It was because they forced it into my friend.
I remember when she was in the shower, because that's when she's called me hysterically crying and explained to me what happened with.
So after that, we just did not come out of our rooms for the rest of the night, not even the next morning until we had our flights booked by his assistant again. And we packed our bags. We said goodbye to all of them. It was the awkwardest experience I've ever had, because they know what happened the night prior was wrong. So it was just a really awkward goodbye, and then we just rushed out and we left.
Alright, well, I love you. I'll call you after I'm done filming this, but thank you for explaining to me what happened again. I'll talk to you later. Okay, so now that you literally have the point of view from somebody who was actually there, that is enough proof, and I really don't need to provide anything else for you.
Well, it's actually not enough proof, in my opinion. I mean, as hard as that story was to hear, it was very difficult hearing that, and I'm sure a lot of you who are listening and watching this can probably agree with me. That doesn't necessarily institute that Austin is guilty, and I'm not trying to defend Austin. I think he's an idiot, and I think that he is somebody who isn't necessarily a great person, but at the same time, you can't just. I feel like a lot of people are very quick to put people as guilty on this platform. A lot of people are very quick to cancel people. I remember a lot of people canceled James Charles very quickly when the allegations came out about him. A lot of big drama channels were very quick to accuse him of wrongdoing. James Charles, I'm talking about. And I feel like maybe this is a similar instance where people are being, referred to as predators. And the thing is, guys, if this is actually like, if let's say that Austin did do something, then you know what I mean. That obviously is gonna definitely change things. All I'm gonna say is he won't be the first Austin to get imprisoned for messing around with women. He wouldn't be the first, or I mean, for the first one it was with younger girls, but he wouldn't be the first Austin. Anyway,
for you to see that Austin, his dad, his whole security team are pieces of shit, and these are not people that should be given all this crazy amount of success. I can't live with knowing that this type of person who's doing these things to people is just like winning at life, literally having everything just handed.
So the first thing I'm really hearing from this is that he sounds quite jealous. He sounds quite jealous of the Ace's success. I don't know if you guys are really picking up on that, but it seems that he is quite spiteful. He wants them to fail. He wants them to fall. Let's continue to listen.
To them, money, fame, But I'm just going to leave that at that because that's a whole nother conversation. I hate knowing that something this serious could put an end to the Ace family or such a loved group of people. Like, I don't want to be that person, and that's not what I'm here to do. I don't want to split up a...
But you just state that's very contradictory. I mean, wouldn't you guys agree that he just stated, oh, I don't know why these people have success, but I don't want to be the one to destroy them, this loved family. It's very, very... It's extremely just... I can't believe within... half a minute, 30 seconds, he has just said something and then completely just like fucked that opinion completely, that perspective. It seems like he's very conflicted, which usually tells me that there is a lie involved.
Family, I don't want to end relationships because I've been getting a lot of messages like that. Oh, why don't you stay quiet? Why are you trying to ruin or end this family? It's not about that. Like, that's the last thing I want to do is rip someone's family apart or anything. But whenever something this serious happens and it's to my friend and multiple other people are coming forward about other experiences, it's just not something that I as a person can stay quiet on. It's just against my...
So why not help them file a police report? Why not do that?
Morals, and it's something I absolutely won't do. So that's why I am here making this video for them, so they don't have to, I guess, humiliate themselves in their eyes on camera in front of thousands of people. Like, I have been judged by the world so many times that at this point I really don't give a fuck. This is literally just to bring awareness to people who are in a similar situation, that it's okay and it happens and you're not alone. So I hope you guys take something from this, that not everything is what it seems to be online. A lot of dark, scary shit goes on behind closed doors, especially in LA. But I'm gonna stop inserting my opinion because this was a factual video only. So I'm just gonna shut it and leave it at
factual, but you contradicted yourself. So it's not factual. You have lied, sir. Like, you genuinely lied at least once in this video, so that's not correct.
I don't really know how to end a video like this, but I love you guys. Thank you for watching, and have a good night.
Oh shit. I do want to say, by the way, I think where he lives looks very nice.
Like this, but
I like it. It seems he lives on in like a high rise. It's got a really nice view of the city. I dig it. I want to live in like a high rise, but most of them don't allow dogs, at least not in the UK. But whatever. Okay, anyway, let's see what we've got going on in the chat. I'm going to bring it back over to the main screen. Oh, I'm on the other side. Yeah, I did watch Keemstar's video, and the first thing I want to tell you guys is that the situation in regards to Keem supposedly being given $500,000 in hush money is false. It's incorrect. Keemstar was joking to Cole, and Cole believed it to be true. And what I'm going to be showing you guys next is a conversation that I just want to make sure I actually cover my bases with this. So this is an Instagram post from one of the young women involved in this situation. I believe this is not the one who spoke to Cole in the video, but somebody else. And she has actually posted a statement and actually showed a couple of screenshots from her conversation with Cole. And I would like to share that with you guys now. So let's kind of jump into this, and we're gonna give this a read. Fantastic, everybody. Let's have a read. So she says, and I quote, "To speak on this video that Cole Carrigan posted, some of you have already figured out that I'm the other girl they're talking about in the video. I feel like this video was made for the wrong reasons. And this wasn't Cole's story to tell. Cole even texted me saying that we could potentially get paid $100,000 from this, following the claim that Drama Alert was paid off $500,000. Swipe right to see text. I wasn't aware Amanda or Cole were in contact with Drama Alert to anonymously run our story, but I was aware of Cole's video being made. And I only wanted it to be factual if it was ever going to be posted. I wanted to say that Austin McBroom, what a name by the way guys, McBroom, that's amazing, is not to blame in the situation and did not rape me or anyone. I'm currently handling the situation in my own way. I brought this to social media to address the false accusations. This isn't what I wanted. There are several sides to every story, and this isn't how I wanted to tell mine." Here we are. So it's what it says, guys. She puts, "Hey, sorry, I didn't hear you out. You caught me off guard and texting me, and I overreacted." And he puts, "Yeah, no, I get it, no worries." And there's a big kind of covered area. I'm not too sure what that's about. And then it continues on to say, "Enough proof, but the point of this is to not upload a video. The point of this is to scare them into paying us off. Because they paid Drama Alert $500,000, so I'm sure they would pay me $100,000 or more not to say shit. And then I would split that with you guys if you would help me and send me all the receipts that I need." So when I saw this, guys, immediately I thought, holy fucking shit. Like, this is a huge scandal. Cole is trying to expose the Ace family for, well, not even the Ace family, Austin in particular, for being a rapist, for being a predator, and in the process has exposed himself to be a clout-chasing, money-grubbing. Honestly, it is not easy to really say that, but how do we know that this isn't fake? Well, we don't. We don't know that it isn't fake, but Cole hasn't stated otherwise. So in typical LowkeyLoki fashion, I will assume it to be true. But yeah, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not true, Maureen. Maybe it's not. But I don't see why this Leslie lady would make fake DMs. And I don't see how she would gain out of that. And it does follow up with the fact that Keem did actually reach out to Cole and tell him that he was getting 500k in hush money as a joke. So the thing is, it actually makes sense, Maureen. Do you understand? That Cole knew what Keemstar said. Nobody else knew that. Nobody else was told, or as far as we're aware, was told about it. So it would make sense that Cole did know this. But, you know, maybe not. But, I mean, it was posted on Saturday, which kind of follows with the timestamps that have been given. So everything really does click into place. I would assume this to be legit. I think this is true. And considering that Cole has not responded from these DMs, I assume that is because he's guilty. Because I'll tell you guys right now, if somebody was putting out false information about me, I'd be very, very quick to shut it down. Very quick. Within 12 hours. That would be it. That would be it. And I'm sure a lot of other YouTubers and live streamers would do the same. Yeah, that's what I'm starting to think, Michelle. But he's making good money off the ad revenue, obviously, from 4 million views on his video. I'm pretty sure he's actually made money off it. I didn't have any ads, so maybe not. I don't know. Actually, no, I don't think there was any ads on it, were there? Maybe not. He was going live on Instagram, supposedly. Well, I haven't really been keeping up with that, but I don't know. I'm unsubscribing to Cole. I'm sorry to hear that. But it seems like he's definitely looking to make a bit of money out of this. He seems to be an opportunistic person. And I like to think that a lot of YouTubers and live streamers are very opportunistic. You know, if they have an opportunity to gain something, a lot of people will run with it. I mean, I can't deny I can be quite opportunistic when I want to be, but I'm not going to try and extort people for money. I think that's the line for me, really, as a streamer, somebody who kind of does this kind of stuff. My opinion is that Cole was not telling the truth. He wanted money, jealous of their fame and fortune. He said it himself in his video. Yeah, it seems that way. It really, really does. I don't think it's no longer his story to tell. I honestly, I feel like it's, yeah, like, I get it, right? You're a friend. You want to, like, support the friend. That's the story that you're playing. That's the story that you're giving. But realistically, that doesn't really sound fair. Like, if something was to happen to me, I wouldn't want somebody gaining success off of my hardship. You know what I mean? Like, that is the way that I really look at it. I don't want somebody to gain something positive off of my hardship that I've had to endure, that I've had to go through. It doesn't really sound fair. And honestly, when you start putting that kind of stuff into a situation like that, your friend, the friend that's doing this to you, is going to start looking at your situation as a positive. And that is an awful thing. Having somebody who's supposedly your friend, but is working on a video and is excited about a video because they might be able to get something out of it. They might be able to get views out of it. They might be able to get engagement out of it. That is not a real friend to me. That is not a real friend. A real friend would have, in my opinion, would have sat down with her and reassured her, talked her through things, and encouraged her in a nice, respectful, friendly way to file a police report. It didn't need to be put out there until the police reports were done. Honestly, I do believe that, and I think this goes without saying, guys, that everybody should know what the Ace family are doing. They are public figures. These kind of things should be put out there. But I think there is a huge priority in this situation that they should be primarily taking this to law first. I think it's disrespectful to not, in my opinion. I would just hate to not believe a victim if it did happen, exactly. But they're all in the LA social media bubble, right? Exactly. See, sure that you say that, like, he's good at videos, but I watched that video and I don't know if he does this in his other videos. Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I don't know him very well, but the constant, like, cutting of the footage and like, you know, like, having, like, it means that he's been clipping everything together, which doesn't really make me feel very comfortable, especially when he's talking about a serious topic. If you're not able to do one full, like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're clipping every 5 to 10 seconds, it's because you are either reading from a script, or you are saying something stupid, or you are smirking, or you're being inappropriate. Like, there is a reason why you would cut it out. And that doesn't really take me for a professional. You know, if you can't, honestly, any YouTuber who can't really do shit on the first cut, like on the first recording, I don't know, that doesn't really speak much about them. And this guy's got over 100,000 subscribers. He is what I would consider in the big leagues. Maybe he's not necessarily, like, super popular or anything on YouTube, but people know of him. He's got a pretty good channel. He gets a lot of views. I mean, he got 4 million on that one. But, you know, I don't know. It just, maybe it's a very sensitive topic, so he wants to come across in the right way. But if you're sincere, you shouldn't need to really worry about that. Yeah, that's just the way that I'm looking at it. If you're sincere about what you're talking about, you shouldn't really need to worry about coming across in the right way. If you're second guessing yourself and the recording that you're making, then that really speaks more about you as a person, doesn't it? And it honestly, in my opinion, further really goes against him. But whatever, right? Yeah, I don't know this guy at all. Honestly, I'm just going off what I'm watching and what I'm hearing, what I'm reading about all of this. But it's definitely something, to say the least. Let's put it that way. Anyway. But he didn't get all those subs until he was in Jake Paul's house. Yikes, man. I couldn't imagine joining like a group like that, like a, you know what I mean, like Team 10. I know the idea of like having like a streaming house is interesting, and I do like the idea of it. I do think it's an interesting idea, but actually being a part of Jake Paul's Team 10, like, dude, I feel like you've really got to be a clout chaser to do it. You got to be a real big clout chaser, and you've got to be a real fucking, like, you got to be the kind of person that just wants to produce shit content. Like, that is when I think of Jake Paul, I think really shit videos, them trying to do ridiculous things, edgy things. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I always get. Like, there's never anything of actual, like, substance in what they do. And that's just me. That's just me being me. But, you know what I mean? There's a reason why the Paul's audience are mostly teenagers. There's never anything of substance. Maybe he did and she refused, when he could have stated that. He could have stated that, they're in the process of filing a police report. They didn't. They could have stated anything about that. Or just something. He also got a lot from Jeffree Star. I mean, I feel like everybody who does makeup, who, isn't against Jeffree is with him. Like, I don't want to get into Jeffree Star today, but I have opinions about him. Some are positive, some are negative. Believe it or not, guys, it's nothing to do with the racism that's happened in his past. I don't really like to judge people based off their previous actions. I believe that people can change. I believe that I have changed since the things that I've done and said in the past. So I'd like to think that other people can too, in that regard. But anyway. About the Shane videos, I don't want to get into that. Yeah, I mean, yes, Hannah, but I was actually referring more to just Jeffree in general. Long story short, I think he's like, I always compare him to like the ancient king of Persia. He like sees himself as like a god king of YouTube, and he's got all of his little followers, all these different makeup channels and drama channels, kind of like bowing to him. Like, that's the way I kind of look at it. I know some of you guys might like that opinion, but like I really feel like there could be some good memes out of that. Honestly, I feel like if I am going to talk about that, it'll be a part of my my new series that I want to start doing on YouTube. I'm just waiting to really gain a bit of an audience on here before I start doing it. I start actually having a decent amount of views, and then I might jump into it. We'll see. Tomato. Anyway, let's see if I can find what else I wanted to show you guys today, because I feel like it's very, very important that there are some other things included. I am aware that I believe Austin has spoken about the whole situation. I'm pretty sure that's true. Let's see if we can find it. Oh yeah, I'm all about that. I'm all about cracking my knuckles and all that good shit. Yeah, I saw a lot of stuff. I've been seeing a lot of stuff recently, and I didn't have everything ready for today, which is a bit of a shame. I really should have had everything ready, but you know what it is, guys. Yeah, it's not super super prepared today in that regard. But basically, guys, the long story short is Austin put out like a kind of a response to what Cole has said, stating that he is going to be taking legal action against those who have wrongfully accused him of the crimes that have been kind of listed above. And he he definitely seems very sure of himself that he's not guilty, that he hasn't done anything wrong, and believes that he has been slandered. And I want you to be aware that I know this may not be something that some people really take seriously, but slander is a very serious thing, and they could go to court over it. They really could. I'm really sure. No, that's cool. Knuckle cracks feel good. I do it all the time. I don't know why. I kind of need a video, not just a tweet. Yeah, maybe he will post something about it. I feel the fact that Austin's not posting a video can be considered suspicious. But then again, if you're like being accused of being a rapist, I don't know. I'd be if I was thrown in that kind of situation, guys. I don't know about you. I would be struggling to make sense of everything. I probably wouldn't. I'd probably be very, very down, very, very depressed. Yeah, maybe his PR told him not to. Who knows, right? Maybe his PR are working on something decent. I assume he does have PR, considering all the dumb shit he's done in the past, like the whole dick-shaped lollipop that he gave his kid. Why was my Siri going off? Stop it, Siri. He has an extortion case. Why hasn't he gone to the police? Maybe he has. He says that he is taking it. Well, no, maybe he has. We don't know. I remember him specifically saying that he was going to get law involved. I don't know. Yeah, maybe he is. Like that. Could you imagine Cole going to jail? Could you imagine, guys? And I think this really kind of sums things up and allows us to kind of move now towards cancel culture. Because I believe that the Ace Family have been cancelled a number of times in the past. I'm sure you guys are probably aware of this, for the various things that they've said and their behaviour just in general. Cancel culture doesn't really work. It's not a thing, guys. And I think it goes without saying that even after all of this, I bet you they will still get views on their videos. They will still get engagement on their channel. It may not be as much, but it is very, very difficult to kill a YouTuber's career. The only person who can really kill a YouTuber's career, well, apart from YouTube, is themselves. Those, and by that I mean, they're not producing interesting content anymore. They're not as active. You know what I mean? Like that's more of like how a career really ends on here. As long as they continue to produce interesting videos, they continue to engage their audience, they will continue to be a juggernaut on YouTube. They will continue to be a big channel. So, literally everybody on Twitter is saying that they deserve to go to jail. So they're still going to have a following after this, Kristen. It goes without saying. I mean, look at all the other people who've been exposed, and you know what I mean. There have been so many people. I mean, I honestly don't really involve myself too much in the beauty community, but my partner does, and I do have quite a few viewers who do, and I am very aware of a lot of the things that have been happening. We're talking so we got James Charles. We're talking Thomas Halbert. Right, the Manny, MUA, all of those people being involved in various dramas and craziness, and a lot of these people have lost followers, they've lost subscribers, they've lost engagement, but they've all still got channels. They're all still successful. They're all still making a living from being streamers. You know what I mean? Like, it hasn't changed anything. And yeah, I'd like to think that if these allegations are true, that it would be the end of the Ace Family, but I just don't believe that. I don't believe that. I think there are so many people out there who look at people like the Ace Family and think, well, it didn't happen to me, so I don't give a fuck. But there are so many people in this world who aren't able to look at the plights of other people, the hardships that other people have gone through, and actually relate to them, sympathize with them, and actually agree that, maybe we shouldn't be watching these people. Some people don't care about that. Actually, no, not even some people. A lot of people don't care about that. Oh, this person did something bad to you? That's not my problem. I mean, even to an extent, I do that. Even to an extent, I do that, right? People I work with. So, you know, if I work with somebody who's disliked and people reach out to me and say, oh, Loki, why are you working with this person? This person's done this person's done that. You know, sometimes I'll be like, well, you know, it's something to do with me. Something to do with me. The allegations are nothing to do with me. I'm not going to get involved in that. Or the situation, if it's actually true, not an allegation, it's nothing to do with me. And that's just what people are like, unfortunately. You know, I mean, I'm not going to be watching the Ace Family if either way, really, but less so if this actually turns out to be true. But supposedly the girl who put out the tweet earlier stated that Austin was in no way involved in the situation, and if that's true, fucking hell, Cole is fucked, everybody. Cole is fucked because putting that kind of slander on YouTube, honestly, you could do a serious fucking case at court over that. A serious case. That's a big money case. That is. I bet your lawyers are scrambling to get onto that. That is, pretty much fucked with a capital F. Exactly, guys. And God, I really genuinely think that Cole should have thought more about this before jumping in at the deep end. But I think that he was just dazzled by the prospect of being able to earn, you know, hundreds, if not thousands of dollars off of this story and the potential of gaining millions and millions of new viewers to, you know, disregard any actual evidence. Yeah, we will, Chris, and we'll have to see how it plays out. And I mean, I'm not trying to say that him putting out videos is necessarily a bad thing. I think there's definitely things that they should have done before putting out the video. And I'm not saying that these girls aren't victims. They may as well be. They may be. And actually, from the sounds of the first girl, she's a victim, but just Austin wasn't involved. It was somebody else. And I really hope we get to the bottom of it. I doubt we will. I really do. But you know, we can only hope and pray, can't we? Gotta love ambulance chases. Is that what it's called? Yikes, T-Sin. That is not great. It's absolutely horrible to make money from someone else's story. Yeah, I mean, from what I see, he didn't look like he had any ads on the video. So I guess he wasn't really making anything off the video, but he was getting a lot of views, weren't he? A lot of engagement. And the whole like let's extort Austin out of 100K. That's like my main issue. You know, that's like my main issue, Marie, is like the fact that he was trying to do that to Austin. You know, I mean, that is so bad. That is so bad. And that really shows that Cole doesn't have any integrity. Which I think as a YouTuber is very, very important. Like a YouTuber can be a real asshole, a real piece of shit, somebody who it's very difficult to like them, but as long as they've got integrity, you can watch them. You know, you can believe in them. You can at least know that what they're saying is true. And I think it's so important to viewers that you feel comfortable with the person that you're watching, the person that you're engaging in. I don't know, that just gives that's a lot of red flags for me. It really, really is. But if Cole was being a douche, taking advantage of a situation, it doesn't mean that it didn't happen. Exactly. Thank you, Maureen. Exactly what I'm saying. It could have happened. It might have not happened. It might have been somebody else. It sounds like it was probably somebody else, or at least the girl in question. The girl in question wasn't involved with Austin. Maybe it was another girl that was involved in Austin. We just don't know yet, and I really hope that we find out soon. I would love to come here tomorrow and give you guys an update about that. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be talking about something else tomorrow, probably in this one again, actually. And there's been some new developments on Onion Knight, the Dark Lord, which obviously I do want to jump into if possible. But yeah, I mean, you know, I guess we'll see. It's on E-News, right? But anyway, yeah, I do want to apologise to you guys for actually not being here yesterday or over the weekend. I don't usually stream on weekends. You should be aware of that. Especially Sundays. I'm never on Sundays. But I do usually stream on Saturdays and Mondays, and I'm sorry that I wasn't on. You should expect me on tomorrow at 5 p.m. EST, and we should definitely have a good show planned. I just hope if a girl was raped by Austin or whomever, that justice is served, and this Cole guy didn't ruin it for them, wanting money for this. That is sickening. And I think there's one thing that maybe, well, not maybe, that people have been complaining about on Keemstar's videos. I wouldn't be surprised if some people complain about it on my video, you never know. But some people are like, you know, you're taking a lot away from the victims. You're focusing on Cole and his behavior, and you're not focusing on like what's really happening. And the same, and as right as you are, as correct as you are, there is really not much that we can really say about the victims because we don't know enough. We don't have enough information. We don't have enough detail. But I'm pretty sure we want to know what's happened. We can't push or force these women into telling their stories, and it wouldn't be fair to do that. Just because you've gone through that doesn't mean that you have to share it. If your way of moving past it is to forget that it happened, to find inner peace, then that is something that you should be able to do. You know, you shouldn't feel forced in any way, shape, or form. But if you want to talk about it, it's up to you. You know. But stall a bit because I only get home at work for at 5:30. Oh, Maureen. We usually really get into things at about quarter past 5. So you won't miss much of the show, and you can obviously watch it back on replay as well. It's a good thing about these live streams that we have on YouTube. If she said publicly she didn't want that video up, if that guy is her actual friend, he should remove the video. Yeah, I agree. And I don't know if she actually stated that she didn't want the video up. I think she's maybe implied it, Marie. I don't know if she actually stated that, but I think she's implied that she wasn't really a fan of the video and that she wanted it to be completely factual. Yeah, you know what? I feel like he should have took it down, but you know, Cole isn't for whatever reason. You know, whatever reason it is. Whatever. Exactly. Unfortunately, Kristen, being a commentary channel, I have to really try and blow smoke out of my ass and straight in your direction. So yeah, I got to really try and make as much of a topic out of this as I can, really, and really try and cover my basis on here to try and keep you guys really informed on what's going on. But yeah, I really hope that we find out more and then we can actually come to a real conclusion. I feel like a lot of you guys are on the fence about this. But honestly, guys, thank you very much for tuning in and engaging today. I really do appreciate it. Shout out to my moderators who've been kind of keeping on top of all of the comments that have been held for review today. It's been really, really good, guys. I'm really confused when I found this out today. Yeah, I mean, I'm not necessarily confused. I mean, I am confused about the whole the extreme nature of the accusation, but I'm not confused at the idea of the Ace family being involved in another scandal. It seems to be a kind of a running thing for them. But, whatever, guys. But yeah, guys, with that in mind, thank you very much for watching. I am going to get out of here now. It's always a pleasure. I hope you guys enjoyed my live stream. Tomorrow we're going to be talking probably about Onision. I might have a different topic. Make sure you follow me on my Discord. I am actually starting to post information in relation to streams on there, and also follow me on Twitter. That's the best place to follow me as of right now. Nice coverage of the situation. Thank you very much. We had a pretty good turnout as well. We had about 55 people at our peak today. Loki, where are you from? You're very likable. Oh, Shauna, I thought you was a Shauna that I knew before. That's why I kind of told you to stop. I thought that we were okay. So, I apologise if I was rude to you, Shauna, if that's the case. Shauna, I'm actually from another platform, another live streaming app called YouNow. It was very popular in 2016 and 2017, and I've decided more recently that I really want to get more into YouTube. I feel like YouTube is the powerhouse of live streaming, and I really want to build up on here. Honestly, I see some commentators on here, and they're really not up to much. And if they're able to get a following, there's no reason why I can't either. That's the way I look at it. Yeah, I agree, Kristen. I believe a lot of these things are going to affect these kids in the long run. Being exposed to this amount of just craziness in their life, it's not good for a learning environment for a child. Not that I would necessarily know, as I don't have any children, but I would assume that would be the case, evidently. It was a good show, Loki. Thank you, T-Sin. I appreciate it. But yeah, we'll bounce out of here, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow for another stream. Make sure you guys subscribe to this stream, to this channel. We are trying to move towards 1,000 subscribers. I really do want to hit it, because it means that I won't have to worry about donation bullshit anymore, because Streamlabs is pissing me off at the moment, and Super Chat, or whatever it's called, is a lot more straightforward for me. So that's what we're going for. Great broadcast. Thank you, Brody. Thank you, man. All right, guys. I'll see you later, everybody. See you tomorrow. Peace out, everyone.